Hello, good morning, and welcome to our Friday community yoga class. Namaste. So, we're all going to start in a comfortable sitting position, finding ourselves really grounded onto the mat, connecting with our mat, connecting with the floor, with earth, and especially connecting with our breath. We're going to start by inhaling and exhaling through the nose at your own pace. And perhaps we can also start to close our eyes as we bring ourselves to our practice, to our mat. And as we keep our breath, we are going to chant Om. Now let's bring the palms of our hands together, right in front of our hearts. Bow into our hearts. Perhaps we can use this time to set up an intention for our practice. It could be something very simple, such as being present, being fully present and mindful of our practice. Namaste. And welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for the messages there. All right. So we're going to start by placing the palms of our hands on the knees. Today I plan to work a little bit on the hips. On the hips as usual, legs, but we are going to focus on the hips. So let's inhale. Open the chest. Bringing those elbows slightly back and exhale as we bend forward, bending the elbows, and now making circles with our upper body, with our torso. Torso right, all the way back, rounding the spine, and exhale, torso left. Just making rounds, loosen up those hips, loosen up the torso, and connecting with our breath as we move. So perhaps if there is anybody new joining today, during our practice of yoga, we inhale and exhale through the nose. There are a few times where we exhale through the mouth, but I will instruct you to do that. If not, just know that the breath is only through the nose. So let's go on the other side, torso left, all the way back, rounding that back, and exhale, going forward. And this must be feeling good. Inhaling and exhaling. And coming back to center. We're going to place our hands right behind the hips. Fingers are looking forward, chest is open, so slightly bringing our shoulder blades together. Inhale, open that chest. Exhale, bring the hips up slightly. Let go of the head. Here I'm close to the wall. And exhale, release. We're going to come to our standing position. So let's inhale, bring the arms up, interlace the fingers, flip those palms up. Come on the tip of of your toes and just walk your mat up and down. As we do this, we want to bring those shoulders down and away from the ears. We want to open that chest, but at the same time, we're extending the arms up. So arms are going up, shoulders are going down. And when we are on the very tip of our toes, just walking our mat. And exhale, release the arms. And perhaps slightly just dropping those shoulders down as we release them. All right. So now we're going to take a side stretch. The right leg will come behind the left, just like this. And let's inhale, bring the arms up, taking a hold of the right hand, right wrist with the left hand. Inhale here, exhale. Bringing the body towards the left, taking that nice side stretch here. Perhaps here we can just open the chest slightly and bring the gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, release the arms. Let's switch our legs. So now the left leg will come behind the right. And let's inhale, arms up. Take a hold of your left wrist with the right hand. Inhale, extending up. Exhale, bend it towards the side. So here we want to keep those hips forward. We don't want these hips to go sideways. This is a tendency. We want to keep the whole body really forward and enjoy that side stretch. And now rotating the gaze up to the ceiling, opening that chest and breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, release the arms, release those legs, perhaps kicking the legs forward slightly. Very good. So now we're going to open our legs 4 to 4.5 feet apart. Toes are slightly looking out, maybe 3.5 or 4. That's 4.5, it's probably a little bit too much. Okay, so we're going to set up for goddess pose. And for that, I want you to really open the legs. Toes are looking out, heels are looking in. And try as much to bring those heels forward, so you have a straight line from toe to heel. All right, so let's inhale. Bring the arms into cactus arms. They're in a 90-degree angle. Palms of the hands are looking forward. Inhale, straightening those legs. Exhale, bend those legs as much as you can. And here, we want to bring those knees back, open those knees back, and bring that pelvis forward. So slightly taking that tailbone and pelvis forward. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, we're coming up into a start fish here. Start pose. Exhale, bend and back into our goddess pose. Inhaling and exhaling. Now we're going to bring that right arm underneath the left, right in front of you. Palms of the hands come together here, kind of like an eagle arms pose, exactly like an eagle arms pose. So we're gonna slightly try to bring our gaze up as we keep our legs bent and opening towards the sides. Exhale, coming back to center, and let's go with the other side. So left arm underneath the right, palms of the hands come together here. Inhale, slightly lifting those elbows up. And exhale, coming back to center, back to our goddess pose. And let's inhale, start fish, start pose. exhale, back to our goddess pose. So here, perhaps you want to adjust yourself. Perhaps you can sink a little bit more onto the mat, onto Mother Earth. Now on the next exhale, we're gonna bend towards the right, bringing the elbow to the knee and extending that left arm up and overhead. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale towards the left. So left elbow on the left knee and bringing that right arm up and overhead. Keep those knees bent. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, unbend the knees and perhaps bringing the legs together, heel toe, the feet together. And just doing some nice hip rolls here. Inhaling and exhaling as we do this. Perhaps we already feel that loosening up on the inner thighs is gonna get even more loose as we go along on our class. So this time, we're going to open our legs to the 2.5 feet apart. Toes are looking straight forward. So right foot is at 12 o'clock and left foot is at 11, right? So hands on hips, let's bring the elbows back, shoulder blades together. Exhale, from the hip joint, we're gonna bend forward with a straight spine. Bring the left hand right next to the big toe on the right foot. Now, we're going to take a twist towards the right. So let's bring that right hand to the lower back. Inhale, extending our spine forward. This is very important here. And now, exhale, twist towards the right. Try to keep that extension on the spine, bringing the right arm up into a T position. Try to have that shoulder to shoulder alignment. Inhaling and exhaling here. Inhale, coming back to center. Bringing our arms into airplane arms, all the way back, finding our balance here, engaging our abs. Exhale, coming up slowly with a straight spine. Step back. And now let's step forward with the left leg to the 2.5 feet apart. Toes are looking straight up. Hips are square. They're both looking forward. And let's place hands on hips. Inhale, open that chest. Bring the elbows back. Shoulder blades together. And here, the inner thighs are slightly touching. Okay, exhale from the hip joint. Bend forward with a straight spine. Just on a 90-degree angle. Now, extend that right arm forward and down next to that big toe, left big toe. Now, let's inhale, extend the spine forward. Exhale, take a twist towards the left. Bring in that left arm up into a T position, shoulder to shoulder alignment. And we're gonna bring our gaze up. Inhale, coming back to center, arms into airplane mode, airplane pose, finding our balance here. And exhale, coming up slowly with a straight spine. Step back, and maybe you want to do some hip rolls again. Very good. So now we're going to open our legs. Let's open our legs 4 to 4.5 feet apart. We're setting up for Warrior 2. Now, rotating that right foot 90 degrees towards the right. Left foot is slightly looking in. Take enough space. Hands on hips. Let's bring those hips forward. Square, look forward. Inhale, arms into a T position. Exhale, bend the right knee, keeping the torso in center. And now taking our gaze, if you see just the head is moving, not the whole body. Just the head is moving, gazing the middle finger on our right hand. And here's a good time to remind a few things. Just opening that knee towards the pinky side, right knee opening towards the pinky side, slightly moving that pelvis forward, is slightly engaging those glutes, and activating our arms, activating our abs. Let's inhale, extend forward towards the right as much as you can. Exhale, bring the hand right next to the heel, okay? This time we really want to bring the hand here. If this is too hard for you, you can bend the elbow and place it on top of the knee. But if you can do this, since we're working on the hips, this really gets into our hips. So, left hand to the lower back, rotate towards the left, looking up to the skies, looking up to the ceiling, and bringing that left arm up and overhead. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, bringing that right arm behind the back, interlacing the fingers here. Exhale, straightening those arms. And we're transitioning into humble warrior. So let's inhale, take a back bend. Exhale, forehead towards the big toe. At least that's our direction. We don't have to be there today, right? Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, coming into our warrior two position. Now, carve your arms down, framing that right foot. And let's bring both arms on the inside of your right foot for lizard. So slightly walking that right foot towards the right. Placing both hands right in front of you. Palms of the hands are facing down towards the mat. And now you can rest that left knee on the mat. Let's inhale, extend that spine forward. Exhale, as you sink into the mat. Try to keep that right knee as close as possible to your body. Inhaling and exhaling. And perhaps if your hips are feeling a little bit stiff, we can bounce a little bit here, just loosening up on the hips, and then just come down towards the mat. And if possible, you can walk the hands forward, come onto the elbows, and once again, reminding yourself to bring that right knee. That right knee wants to skip and go away from the body. So we want to bring it back as close to the body as possible. So the whole foot, the whole right foot is on the mat. Perhaps we can bring the palms of the hands together right in front of us, elbows on the mat. And now look forward, slightly bringing that pelvis forward as well, engaging those glutes. Taking a couple breaths here. And now, bring that left palm forward, just like this. Right across, okay? Right hand to the knee. Inhale, exhale as you open towards the right. Looking up to the sky, looking up to the ceiling, perhaps coming on the side foot of the right foot, and opening that knee, pushing that knee towards the right as we do so. Gently, always listening to your body, respecting your body. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, coming back to center. coming on the palms of our hands now. And perhaps you can bring that right arm right underneath the right leg, just like this. Yes? So perhaps on the other side you will see it better. But bringing that right shoulder underneath the right leg. Perhaps if you want to find your balance here, bringing the arms behind you and finding your balance. Now, coming back to center, coming back to our Warrior Two position. Carve your arms back into Warrior Two. Inhale and bend the knee. Exhale, release the arms. Let's set up for the other side. So let's just switch our feet. Left foot 90-degree angle. Towards the left, right foot is slightly looking in. Square the hips. Inhale, arms into a T position. Exhale, bend that left knee. As much as you can. We want that thigh to be parallel with the mat. But we don't want the knee to be passing the ankle. So take enough space here. Inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, extend yourself towards the left as much as you can. Exhale. Bring the hand right next to the heel or the elbow on top of the knee. Right hand to the lower back. Rotate. And bring that right arm up and overhead. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, coming back to our T position. Exhale, bringing that left arm back, interlacing the fingers here, and straightening those arms. Inhale, take a back bend. Opening the chest. Exhale, head to toe. Bringing those arms up. Keeping those legs strong. Inhale, coming back to center, to our T position. Exhale, as we carve our arms down to Mother Earth, framing that left foot now. And we're gonna set up for lizard pose. So let's slightly walk that left foot towards the left, bringing both hands right in front of you. And perhaps here we want to bounce a little bit, loosen up those hips. And exhale, release that right knee on the mat. Already start that extension of the spine, opening that chest and moving that pelvis forward. Sinking our hips down to earth. Inhaling and exhaling. Connecting our breath with our inner thighs, hips. Wherever you're finding resistance in your body, bring your breath and awareness there. And when you're ready, walk the hands forward, and perhaps you can come on to the elbows here. Reminding yourself to bring that left knee back close to your torso, close to your body. And we're looking forward here, sinking our hips down, opening that chest, shoulders go back. And now bringing the right palm of our hand on the mat, elbow walks forward, putting our arm onto the side. Now, left hand to the left knee, opening that knee, perhaps coming on the side of our foot here. And I'll switch places just so you can see it, because you didn't see it on the other side. So we're right here, right? We're on our lizard pose. So we're coming on the side edge of our left foot, placing the left hand on the knee and opening up. Looking up to the sky, up to the ceiling. This is a gentle push of the knee. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to center. Coming back to our lizard position. And slowly just coming back to our runner's lunge position. And transitioning into our warrior two. Inhale, straightening that left knee. Exhale, releasing the arms down. Heel to the feet together. And make some nice hip rolls here. Loosening up those hips. Good. So now we're going to you can come to the edges of your mat just like this. Toes are looking out, heels are looking slightly in. Both feet are on the edges of your mat. And I'm gonna do it looking forward. And we're coming into a squat position. So let's inhale. Hands together, palms of the hands together, right in front of our hearts. Exhale. Bend the knees, bringing the elbows on the inside of the knees. Perhaps you need to adjust the position of your feet just to bring the elbows on the insides. Perhaps your elbows are helping you to push those knees out. Okay, so toes are looking out and we look kind of like little frogs here. And what we're trying to do is bring that pelvis forward and opening that chest. Extending the spine. Also, we want to bring awareness to our feet. We want the whole foot, the whole sole of our foot on the mat. Okay, while we're sinking here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Place the palms of the hands on the mat. Exhale as you straighten in those legs. Letting go on the head. We're going into our squat position one more time. So inhale, exhale as we come into our squat position one more time. This time we're gonna bring that right hand on the side of our right foot. Just like this, over the knee, okay? So now, left hand to the lower back. Rotate it towards the left. Exhale, bring that left arm up. Inhaling and exhaling. And if you are able to go into a bind from here, we want to bring that right hand right in front of the knee, rotating that shoulder, and perhaps finding a hold of your right hand or both hands together here. Looking up, keeping that chest open. Inhaling and exhaling. You can also use a sock, something to just connect your both hands here if they are not together yet. So let's inhale, coming back to center. And let's go on the other side. Before you do that, maybe you're already feeling it a lot on your hips. So place the palms of the hands right in front of you. Exhale as you extend the legs and let go on the head. Just a simple forward bend here. Inhale and exhale, coming back into our squatting position. So now let's take the twist towards the other side. Left hand comes right in front of your leg and towards Mother Earth on the side of the left foot. Right hand to the lower back, opening that body towards the right. And bringing that right arm up and overhead. Inhaling and exhaling here. Inhale And here you can go into a bind. Unfortunately, on this side, I cannot do the bind. My elbow, it's a little bit injured, so I'm not in a bind completely, but I'm bringing my arms behind just to give more space for the chest to open. Inhale, coming back to center, coming back to our squat position. Now, placing the hands right in front of us. Exhale, extending those legs slowly and letting go on the head. So now we're gonna heel to the feet together or slightly together. They can be hip width distance apart. Letting go on the head, perhaps taking a hold of the elbows here. There's a micro bend on the knees, and we're just hanging here. Perhaps you can swing your arms from side to side, torso from side to side. And perhaps scanning your body. How are those hips feeling? Are they loosening up? How is your body feeling in general? Let go on the arms. And on the next inhale, we're coming up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Shoulders and head will be the last ones arriving. And release. Release those shoulders. Perhaps keep the legs forward. Good. So now we're gonna come down to sit on our mat. So, we're gonna fold the right leg, sole of the foot on the inner thigh of the left leg. Let's inhale, arms to the sides and up. Exhale, bending forward towards that left leg with a straight spine. Arms come to the sides of the leg, palms of the hands perhaps looking up, perhaps underneath your calf muscles, whichever you prefer. But let's inhale, extending that spine, opening that chest. Exhale, bending forward. Bringing the head in a neutral position here, so there are no wrinkles behind the neck. Perhaps closing the eyes and breathing. On the next inhale, let's slide our hands back to center and let's switch sides. So now bending the left leg, so of the left leg on the inner thigh of the right leg. Arms to the sides, inhale, arms up, extending the spine. Exhale, bending forward towards that right foot, right leg. Chest is open, shoulders are back, spine is straight. Exhale. Letting go on the head, closing our eyes, releasing those shoulders, and breathing. On the next inhale, slide the hands back to center and straightening up both legs here. We're gonna bend the right leg again, but this time we're going to place our right foot on the inside of our elbow, just like this. Toes are looking up, okay? So we're gonna hug this right leg with both arms. So this right arm comes right underneath, palm on top of palm, all right? Let's inhale, extending that spine, really finding those sit bones. And just as we are holding a baby, so our leg will be our baby, okay? And this pose is called rock the baby, all right? So we're gonna rock our babies. You want those toes to be out. Think about this is the head of the baby, okay? So think about bringing those toes up and just swinging very gently from side to side. Inhaling and exhale. Now, bring in both arms right underneath the calf muscle here, just like this. So palms of the hands are looking towards you. And perhaps this can help you bring in the leg as close as possible to your chest. All right, so palms are looking at you just like a mirror. Here you can rock again, all right? And let's stop the rocking now and really pushing our arms and bringing our leg as close as possible towards our chest. Inhaling and exhaling. And now from here, we are going to take that left hand, okay? Take a hold of our right leg. And this might not be for all of us, but at least try to do it, all right? So we're gonna bring this leg up, all right? So bringing this left hand on the outside of the right foot. Now, bringing this right hand right back down to Mother Earth. And if you see, I'm pushing that leg back, all right? And if possible, we can start straightening up that right leg, okay? But if this is not possible, we might be here, right here, and that's all good. We might be right here, just straightening that leg or trying to straighten up that leg, all right? Wherever we're at. And if you can straighten that leg, perhaps you can rotate the body so we're looking up to the right. Opening that chest and breathing. Inhale, coming back to center. Going back to hugging our leg towards the chest. And back down. Let's go with the other side. Let's go with our left baby, all right? So bend the knee. Place the sole of your left foot on the inside of the right elbow. Think about those toes coming all the way up. Now, left arm right underneath, hugging our leg towards the chest. Really finding those sit bones and finding a straight position for your spine. Gently pushing our baby towards our chest. Right? And now let's start rocking that baby. Very gently from side to side. And release. Bringing both arms underneath the calf muscle here, right on the eyes of the elbows. Palms are looking at you. Inhale, opening that chest, extending that spine up to the skies. Exhale as you bring that leg as close as possible towards your chest. Inhaling and exhaling. And now we're going to take this left arm right underneath our leg. If you see, I'm trying to move that knee right on top of my shoulder. So left hand comes down to Mother Earth, taking a hold of that left foot with the right hand, and start to straightening that left leg, okay? So looking up to the skies, opening that chest, inhaling and exhaling, inhale and exhale. Release and hugging our leg towards the chest and release. Now we're going to open our legs as far as we can, okay? So we're gonna place the right hand right in front of our pelvis, left hand behind. Now very important, flex those feet, engage those legs. Inhale, lift your body up, walking the body forward and dropping it down. Let's switch sides. Left hand right in front of the pelvis, right hand behind. Flex those feet, engage those quads. Inhale, lift your body up and walking forward. Now, with the hands, we're gonna move those glutes out and back, right? So now, both palms of the hands right in front of you. Inhale, open the chest, extending that spine. Exhale, walking the hands forward as far as you can. Perhaps coming into the elbows and just breathing here. Bringing our breath to those inner thighs. Inhaling and exhaling. Here we want to lead with the chest, not with the head, so we maintain that spine straight. And perhaps we can go a little bit farther here. Inhale, coming back to center. Placing the hands right underneath the knees. Exhale, bringing those sole of the feet together and right in front of our hearts. They're away from the pelvis for turtle pose. So let's place the palms of the hands right underneath the ankles. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, forehead to the heels. Rounding the spine this time. And inhale, coming back to center, placing the hands right on top of our ankles and bringing the feet as close as possible to your pelvis for down angle. Perhaps you can place the hands right behind you, lift the body up slightly, walking or just slightly shifting your glutes forward. Okay, this really helps. And now dropping it down. Now perhaps you can take a hold of your toes, just as you were like opening a book. Perhaps you want to interlace the fingers and place it right underneath your feet, whichever you prefer. Right, but let's inhale. Open the chest, elbows move back. Exhale, knees back down to the mat. Knees down to earth. Inhale, one more time, opening that chest. Exhale, bending forward with a straight spine. So perhaps you can help your legs come down with the elbows. You can place the elbows right on top of your legs, pushing your legs down. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, hugging your legs together right in front of your chest. Very good. So now we're gonna lay down on our bellies. Placing our hands right next to the rib cage, forehead on the mat, fingers are looking forward. Legs could be together or slightly apart here. Inhale, sliver forward and up. Coming into our baby cobra position. Shoulders away from the ears, elbows right next to the rib cage, glutes are engaged, and our gaze is forward. Inhaling and exhaling. Exhale, release, forehead to the mat. And let's come up one more time. So inhale, standing forward and up into our baby cobra position. This time, removing the hands off Mother Earth. Really using our lower back, engaging those glutes. And exhale, release. Overlap your hands, forehead on top. Open the legs to the sides, toes are looking out, heels are looking in. And just taking 2 breaths here. And release. Place the hands right underneath your shoulders and push up into a tabletop position. Now here from tabletop, we're gonna walk our hands slightly for downward dog. Okay, so let's come onto our toes. Here, inhale, look forward. Exhale, bring the knees off the mat. Bringing those hips back, straightening those legs, and finding our downward dog position. Inhaling and exhaling. So for downward dog, we want those hands to be pushing the mat away from us. We want the fingers to be spread. We want those arms to be strong. And we want that V shape. So tailbone is the highest point here. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's bring that right leg up. Pray like a dog, keeping the hips forward. And exhale, back down to downward dog. Left leg up, pray like a dog. And exhale, back down to downward dog. Right leg goes up, one more time, but this time opening the hip towards the side, towards the right. Bending that knee, bringing that right heel towards the left glute. Perhaps gazing right underneath your arm. Gazing up. Exhale, coming back to center. And bringing that knee as close as possible to your chest, coming into a plank position. Inhale, coming back into our downward dog, pray like a dog. Exhale. Coming forward into a plank position. The leg is lifted here. Exhale, coming into pray like a dog. On the next time, we're gonna bring that knee right behind our right wrist for pigeon pose, okay? So here you can adjust your pigeon pose. That's why I moved to the side so you can see it. Perhaps you wanna bring that right foot forward slightly. Perhaps you want to bring it back, whichever you feel more comfortable with. All right? But now, stand on the hips if possible. Right like this. Extending that left leg back. Wiggling that left leg back as much as you can. Okay, we want those hips to be as close as possible to our mat. Now, placing the palms of our hands right in front of us. Inhale, opening that chest. Exhale, walking the hands forward. As far as you can go, perhaps you can come on the elbows. And if you're doing this, I will suggest you to just engage those glutes. And you will see as soon as you engage those glutes, the hips move forward and down towards the mat. And if you can go a little bit further in this position, walk the hands forward, coming all the way flat on the mat. Bringing the chest on the floor, bringing the forehead on the mat. Inhaling and exhaling. Take a couple breaths here, closing the eyes and breathing. And a few modifications here. I'm sorry, I didn't mention it before, but you can put a cushion here underneath you. You can put a blanket folded. If you have a bolster, you can put a bolster if the pelvis is not all the way down on the mat. Right? So let's inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, we're gonna walk the hands back to center, back to our pigeon pose. And here, perhaps we want to just come on to the tip of the fingers, opening the chest and looking up. Inhaling and exhaling. Any variation is welcome here if you want to take a hold of that left leg with both hands, if you want to bring the toes to the forehead, whichever you prefer to do. Inhaling and exhaling. Release. Placing the hands right in front of us. And exhale, coming into a downward dog position. Back to our downward dog. Perhaps it's scanning the difference of our right hip and left hip now. Inhaling and exhaling while we pedal our legs. And let's bring that left leg up, three-legged dog. Now opening up towards the left, bending that knee towards the right glute, looking up, right underneath our arm, opening those hips. Exhale, coming back to center, bringing that knee close to the chest, coming into a plank position. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, plank position. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, plank position. And now transitioning into our pigeon pose. So now that left knee comes right behind our left wrist. All right, so now we can adjust ourselves one more time. We bring that foot a little bit forward and just standing on our hips. So now place the toes of the right foot on the mat, wiggling that right leg back as much as you can, trying to bring that pelvis as close as possible to the mat. Inhale here, exhale as we walk the hands forward. Perhaps coming into the elbows if we can. And if we are on the elbows, we're gonna work on engaging those glutes, bringing that pelvis down to the mat and extending the chest forward. And if we can go a little bit farther, we're gonna walk the hands forward. Resting the chest all the way on the mat, forehead on the floor. On the next inhale, we're gonna walk our hands back to center. Now, coming on the tip of our fingers, opening the hands to the sides of your body. Inhale, opening the chest, looking up. And you can bring any variation here. On the other side, we hold the back leg. So do whatever you did on the other side. Finding our balance here too. Inhaling and exhaling. And exhale, release. Both palms of the hands right in front of you. And exhale, coming into a downward dog position. Pedaling our legs, pedaling our feet. Inhaling and exhaling. Now we're gonna place the knees on the mat, hands right underneath your shoulders, their shoulder width distance apart, and we're gonna do some cat-cow stretches here. Let's inhale, elbow goes up, belly drops down to the mat. Open the chest, look forward. Exhale, tailbone comes under, curving the spine. Spine goes all the way up to the ceiling. And we're looking down towards our belly button. Inhale, forward. Exhale, under. Perhaps we want to close the eyes and find our grace and pace here. And release. We're gonna lay down on our backs now. We're almost ready for Shavasana. So as we lay down on our backs, we want to bend that right knee. Place the toes right underneath the left knee, just like this. Now, left hand on the outside edge of that right knee. Right arm opens to the side into a T position. Inhale, exhale, bringing that left knee or right knee to the mat. Taking a twist. And perhaps you can move your gaze towards your right hand as we do so. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, coming back to center, hugging that leg towards the chest. Exhale, back down. Let's go with the left. So left toes underneath that right knee, right hand to the outside edge of the left knee. Opening that left arm to the side into a T position. Inhale, exhale, left knee to the mat, taking a twist. And perhaps bringing that gaze over towards the left arm or left side. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, coming back to center, hugging that leg towards the chest. And exhale, release. Let's hug both legs towards the chest, opening the knees wide to the sides, and just rolling from side to side, massaging that spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring both legs together, perhaps interlacing the fingers here, right on top of your calf muscle. Let's inhale, look up, exhale. The nose between the knees, or forehead on the knees, whichever you prefer. Inhale, coming back to center, releasing down. Inhale, exhale, forehead towards the knees. Keep the air out. And inhale, release back to center. And now we're going to just lay down for Shavasana. So opening the legs to the sides, toes are looking out, heels are slightly looking in. Opening the arms to the sides. And just breathing. Finding ourselves into a relaxation. Bringing our mindfulness practice. As we scan our body after our practice. As we reconnect with our breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Becoming very conscious of our breath. As we inhale, we visualize this pure and fresh air entering our nostrils and going all over our body, our head, neck, taking away any tensions and leaving a light feeling, releasing any thoughts and tensions. As it comes down your neck, your shoulders, biceps, triceps, elbows, hands, wrists, fingers, coming down our spine, our stomach, our organs, our chest, our heart. You can feel lighter as it comes down our glutes, hips, inner thighs, legs, knees, calf muscles, ankles, our feet, the soles of our feet and our toes. And we can see it going back to Mother Earth, leaving our body rested, relaxed, released, light. Now we're going to place the palms of our hands together, rubbing them, make them nice and warm. Bring in all this healing energy, your own healing energy, right on top of your closed eyes. One second time, bring in all this love and healing energy from head to toe, everywhere. Perhaps staying in one part of your body that needs special attention today. One third time, bring in all this love and healing energy towards our hearts. Sending a message of peace, sending a message of love to ourselves, acceptance, and gratitude. Perhaps opening the hands, sharing this message with the whole universe. Bringing both palms of our hands together, using them as a pillow, coming into a fetal position to the side of your preference. Placing the top hand on the mat and pushing ourselves up into a seated position. We're going to close our class with 2 Oms in Shanti, which means peace. So keep your eyes closed and join me on chanting. Placing the palms of our hands together in front of our hearts, bowing towards our hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you for practicing with me this morning. And I have a quick announcement to make. We're going to have a sun salutation challenge, and we are going to be doing 108 sun salutations next weekend on October 17th. So if you would like to be either my sponsor or any of the yogis sponsored, you can just pledge what you can contribute with. It could be $1, it could be $2, it could be $100, whichever you prefer, but you can pledge what you want to give and how you want to contribute. If you have any questions about this, just write a message there and I will be replying. But I'm looking for sponsors, so if you can sponsor me, that would be great. I'm willing to do the 108 sun salutations, also leading 12 rounds of sun salutations on Saturday at Alley Pond Park. Also, if you want to come and see it, it's very fun, it's great. We have a bunch of yogis doing it, and I invite you to come watch it. It's gonna be nice. So if you have any questions, just place it there. And we are also I'm going to share the flyer on our comments of our class today. But have a wonderful weekend. Take care and love you all.